Hello and welcome to Rathod's IAS. Today in this session, we are going to see current affairs of 7th October 2023. So whatever the current affairs we are going to discuss in this session, that will be important from both your UPSC point of view and even from your state public service examination as well. So first of all, we are going to take Delhi edition of The Hindu paper and we are going to point out which are the articles relevant from our examination point of view. There we will be discussing about the different perspectives that you have to focus on so that you can get how to think whenever you are seeing any topic and you can understand how can you relate static syllabus with our current or dynamic syllabus which comes under our current affairs, and even you can understand so if you are seeing any topic which is present in our syllabus, so what is going on around us. So we have to think about that, and even we have to collect the data, because whenever you are writing any answer from your static syllabus, so if you are giving any argument, so if you are giving data, then that will be your authenticated argument, and even it will be substantiating your arguments so that you can get good marks. So for that purpose, current affairs will be very important. Okay, so without wasting any time, let us see our Delhi newspaper. So this is the front page of your Delhi today, that is the Hindu Delhi edition today. So the first topic it is about Supreme Court refuses to stay release of Bihar caste survey data. So what you have to see, already you know that Bihar state government came up with a caste based survey. Okay, so Bihar came up with this caste-based survey. So in this caste-based survey, it said that about 36% of extremely weak sections of society is there. That is extremely backward classes. That means nothing but EBC. They are present. Correct? So this article which mainly says that yes, we have 36% of economically backward classes. So in some articles in our newspaper, we studied that. So whenever there is economically backward classes, so it is a responsibility of government, right? So it is a responsibility of government to take some affirmative steps. To make them forward. So it is actually the responsibility of government to take some affirmative steps to make them to move forward. So this is the thing that we discussed till now. So actually what happened now, Supreme Court, it refused to stay the Bihar government from publishing data collected from this caste based survey. So here what are the dimensions of the perspectives you have to focus? So you have to focus on, first one is what is this caste based survey. So what is the data they are going to collect under this survey? And second one is, so what is the importance of this data? So whenever we are having this handful data, then only we can go for any schemes that will promote the social good or public good at the interest. And next one here is, we have to see what are the government initiatives just going to come up to make them move forward. And you have to see what are the reasons behind the economically, why the so much percentage, that is about 36% of people, why they are economically backward in this Bihar. So all these things that you have to think and you have to analyze. Okay, so this is about this first topic. And if you move on, here you can see there are two articles. So first topic, it is about Nobel Peace Prize 2023. It goes to jail Iranian activist, that is Narges Mohammadi. So here you have to know about what is this Peace Prize. So what is the significance of this Peace Prize, and even some facts regarding this Nobel Prize. So these facts and significance will be important from your prelims and as well as mains point of view. And next topic, it is about new government in Maldives. So recently elections held in Maldives, and finally Soleh was defeated, and here the new government is going to be formed by this Mohammad Muizzu. So this article says that actually this Mohammad Muizzu, So he was pro-China. And this article says that new Maldives president, he won't be anti-China or pro-China. So this is the thing which mainly said by Nasheed. So during this Nasheed government, so this person who worked under one ministry, okay, now he became president. So here Nasheed says that, so here this person will be not like anti-India or pro-India, and on this ceremony of on this swearing ceremony, so even our Indian Prime Minister is going to be invited. So this is the thing which mainly said. And here we have to see especially what are the challenges between India and Maldives. Okay, now let us see some more important articles. So you can move on to the states page. In the states page, there is one article, it is interesting, that is governor's claim on Dalit women's inability to be panchayat chief is not right. So we are talking about panchayats. So it is not present in our original constitution. So it has been added through 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act. So through the 73rd and the 74th Constitutional Amendment Act, we came up with this local self-government. That is panchayat and as well as municipalities. So whenever we came up with this 73rd and 74th Constitutional Amendment Act, we came up with this reservation policy. Reservation for women. But how much? It is 1/3 or 33% of reservation for women. But here this article says that, so here one woman, she is belonging to Dalit community. Because of this reason, she cannot become panchayat's chief. So because of this, now governor of Tamil Nadu, which says that it is not right. Okay. So here, if you are a district magistrate, okay, so if this type of case which happened in your state, so what are the steps that you are going to take to empower these Dalits? Okay, so this is a case study. So think about this and please tell me what will be the course of your action. So this type of case studies will come in your examination. Okay, so for that, from now onwards, let us think that you are a bureaucrat and how you are going to act on this type of action, this type of events or this type of situations. And next topic is about Singareni. Singareni collieries belongs to Telangana rules home ministry. So actually Singareni is a coal mines, okay, coal mines. And actually here the issue is Andhra Pradesh says that it belongs to me and Telangana says that it belongs to me. And finally Union Home Ministry rules that, so this Singareni which belongs to Telangana, not belongs to AP. So here in this context you have to see about the coal sector in our country. And you have to see different types of coal. Like we have anthracite, bituminous, peat, lignite. So where they are present and what is the difference and on which basis we have this classification of this coal. So all these things will be very important. And this article is important from your geography GS paper 1 point of view. And let us move and let us find out some more articles. In this editorial page, there is article regarding this GST inflows. Already we had a detailed discussion and every month you will be getting articles regarding this GST collections. So at the year end, you will be getting economic survey. So in that economic survey, you can go through that so that you will be getting the correct data. And here there is one article regarding higher education within United Nations SDGs. So this article says that I will be giving you the overall view that, so what happens when we are focusing on higher education. So author says that we have to focus on higher education. So whenever there is improvement is seen in higher education, that will leads to better standard of living. That will leads to better standards of living. So if you are comparing the students who completed SSC and who completed higher education, who will be getting the high salary? There is obviously these people who are continuing or who completed the higher education, they will be getting the higher salary. So whenever salary is more, So they will help to fight against poverty, and they will help to fight against hunger, and even we will be having better standard of living as well. So because of this, in all these ways, yes, we can achieve our sustainable development goals. Okay, so this is the central theme or idea of this article. And this article says that United Nations came up with the sustainable development goals, and we have 17 goals, and the target should be achieved by 2030. But what are the actions taken by the countries are very slow pace, and this target is going to be delayed even because of this climate change, because of socio-economic environmental problems, and even because of this Russia-Ukraine conflict, COVID-19 pandemic, climate change. So these are some reasons that are going to delay this. Okay, so this is the idea of this article. And there is no need to read this ground zero. Today is Saturday, right? There will be no op-ed page. And in this news page, you can see articles like MG Narega's runs out of fund, ministry seeks more budget. So actually every time we will be seeing this article regarding this MG Narega's. So actually the problem which is faced by this MG Narega's is, so I will be saying the recent problems, okay. So actually under this program, it is a rural employment guarantee scheme only in the rural areas, and they will be providing unskilled labor or unskilled work will be given. So under this, people will be getting 100 days of guarantee employment and also ensuring the minimum wages. And they will be going for creation of assets in the villages. Not only providing employment, but even they are going for creation of assets such that it will be help for rural empowerment. So the recent problems of this MG Narega is delay in payments. Next one is, now recently they came up with this technology for attendance. So most of these rural areas, they do not have the proper access to internet, and even if there is internet, there are some technical glitches are facing. And next important problem here is what are the budget which is given to this scheme which had been cut down in this recent budget. So it is also one cause of concern. Okay, so this is the thing. And next one is India to hold discussion with Canada during G20 Parliament Speakers Meet. So actually we are going to have this G20 nations presiding officers meet in Delhi next week. So here we are going to take this an opportunity and we are going to talk with Canada. So actually because of this, Canadian government gave the statement regarding India's hand behind the killings of this Sikh leader. Okay, so because of this we are going to have bilateral relations between India and Canada will be affected. So we don't want to have that. So because of this we are going to have the talk. Why? Because this G20 here India proposed Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, that is one word as a one nation. Okay, so because of this, yes, we need to have the good relations with other countries as well. One earth, one family, one future. So it is the idea of India. So because of this, we should not have the disputes with other countries. So we have to have a good relations. And next topic is protect the rights of rights activists in Manipur urges UNHRC. So here what happened in this Manipur, the violence is happening between two communities, that is Metis and as well as Kukis. So because of this, violence is erupted and most of the human rights have been violated, and even government said that there is extension of this AFSPA for 6 months in these hilly areas. So because of this also, enormous powers are going to get by the Central Armored Reserve Forces. So that will lead to the further human rights violations. So here United Nations Human Rights Commission says that we have to protect the rights of this activist. Okay, so here you have to see some facts regarding this UNHRC. And next topic is left-wing extremism will be totally eliminated in 2 years, says Shah. So actually in some areas in our country, especially we can call it as red corridor. So in this red corridor, so these are the areas which are less developed. And we can see there is left-wing extremism in this region. So recently our Home Minister he gave a statement that in 2022 there are less incidences of this left-wing extremism or Maoism is seen, and within the next 2 years we are going to completely eradicate this left-wing extremism. So here you have to focus on what is this left-wing extremism and what are the causes. And I want to give you homework that so what are the steps taken by the government to address this left-wing extremism. So you have to let me know government measures regarding left-wing extremism. Okay, and if you move forward in this page you can see one article that is death penalty. So here you have to understand what is this death penalty. So even in India we are going for this death penalty, but Supreme Court said that this death penalty should be in the rarest of rarest cases only we have to give. But if you see the cause of concern, many countries they had been banned this death penalty, but not in India. So whether we can go for this death penalty or not, please let me know in the comment box. And next topic is 2 out of 5 amphibians they are facing extinction threat due to climate change, says study. So recently a newspaper analysis says that 2 decades of data from around the world which found that climate change is happening, and because of this climate change it is becoming threat to some species of frogs, salamanders, caecilians, etc. Okay, so why? What are the reasons? The reason here is because of climate change, and next one here is because of that they are going for adaptation, and because of this climate change they can't go for sensitive changes, and even we are seeing that there is increased frequency or intensity of this heat waves or extreme heat, wildfires, droughts, hurricanes. So these are some important reasons that led to the habitat destruction and even the extinction of the animals. Okay, so this is about this topic. So these are the very important articles that appeared in our today's Hindu newspaper. Now let us see analysis of these topics. So first topic it is about Nobel Peace Prize. So Nobel Peace Prize 2023 goes to jailed Iranian activist name is Narges Mohammadi, and here you have to remember this, and here you have to remember what are the contributions of this person. So why she got this Nobel Peace Prize. So imprisoned Iranian activist that is Narges Mohammadi won this Nobel Peace Prize in the recognition of a tireless campaigning for women's rights and democracy against the death penalty. So actually she fought for promotion of human rights and as well as democracy and against death penalty. So if you see here, the detail says that this prize is first and the foremost a recognition of very important work of a whole movement in Iran. Okay, so it is very important for Iran actually. So what is the significance? What happens if any person who got this Nobel Peace Prize? So what is significance? Here is the first one is, so this Peace Prize winners, they represent civil society in their home countries. So first one is they represent civil societies in their home countries, and they have for many years promoted the right to criticize power and protect the fundamental rights. So they are fighting for the protecting of fundamental rights of the citizens, and they also made outstanding efforts to document war crimes, human rights abuses and abuses of power. And they will be also together demonstrate the significance of civil society for peace and as well as democracy. So now let us see some facts regarding this Nobel Prize. So Nobel Prize, they are a group of 5 separate prizes, and they will be awarded to the people who done lot of contribution and that finally benefited to the human mankind. So this award named after Alfred Nobel. He was a Swedish chemist, engineer and industrialist, and he was very much famous for this invention of dynamite. So Nobel Prize was first awarded in 1901, and the prizes they carry cash award of 10 million Swedish krona, that is around nearly $9 lakh. So it is a very huge amount, and this money comes from a bequest left by the prize creator, that is Alfred Nobel, and finally he died in year 1895. So these are some basic facts of the general knowledge or GK regarding this Nobel Prize. And now let us say next topic, it is about a new government in Maldives. So where this Maldives is located, please let me know, and they are of coral origin. So if you see the context, it says that the new Maldives president elect's transition team hopes to invite our Prime Minister on the swearing in ceremony of this Mohamed Muzu in Malé next month. So next month there is a swearing ceremony, and to this swearing ceremony our Prime Minister will be invited. So this is the thing which said by this Maldives speaker and former president, that is Nasheed. So actually this person, he was working as a mayor of Mali, and he also campaigned on sovereignty plank in the election, and finally he served this Amin government, okay, as Minister of Housing between 2013 to 2018. And actually this person, he was very much responsible for infrastructure projects, and these projects they are given to these Chinese companies. Okay, so because of this we have an idea that if this person who is coming into power means, so what are the policies they are coming up, what are the foreign policies they are adopting, so that will be pro-China. And now let us see importance of Maldives for India. So why we are moving towards Maldives? So if you are talking about this Maldives, we are having long standing ties with this Maldives, and especially strategic location in Indian Ocean, which will be very beneficial to India and other nations in the region with the common maritime interest as well. And actually China, which is trying to increase its influence not in the continental arena but in maritime arena, and in maritime they came up with this string of pearls concept. It is coming up with developing of bases, naval bases in the different countries, okay, so that it can increase its presence in this Indo-Pacific region. So to counter that, yes, Maldives is very important for India. And now let us see what are the challenges. So this is the Maldives, okay, they are nothing but atolls. So if you are talking about this coral reefs, see we have three types of corals. First one is fringing reef, second one is barrier reef, and third one is atoll. So what happens here is, for example, this is an island. So to this coast of this island, if we have this coral reef, that is called as fringing reef, and what happens, so whenever any lagoon which is forming between these corals and island, that is called as barrier reef, and finally because of erosion, so this island will be eroded, and only we can see round or circular coral reefs, inside we have water. So this type of structures are called as atolls. You can see these are like this, atolls. You can see water, right, which is present in between them. So these are the atolls. So these are coral origin. So if you are talking about the challenges in India-Maldives relations, so first and the foremost challenge is political instability. So there is no stability in the political relations between India and Maldives. For example, there is arrest of Maldives opposition leader, that is Mohamed Nasheed, in 2015, and because of this what happened, subsequent political instability that had been arised between India and Maldives. And even there is radicalization. So there are a number of Maldivians, they are joining in some terrorist organizations or groups like Islamic States and even Pakistan based jihadist group, and they are trying to attack on India. So this is also one cause of concern. And even there is Chinese presence or increasing of Chinese partnership with this Maldives. So this is also one cause of concern. And there is Chinese dominance even in the infrastructure projects. So what are the infrastructure projects they are coming up with by this Maldives? They are giving those projects to China. And next one is political actions. So Maldives, they cancelled $511 million contract already which had been awarded to India's GMR company to develop Malé International Port, and that had been cancelled, and that project was given to China. And this one is domestic politics, also one of the important reason or important challenge between India and Maldives. That is India Out campaign in Maldives. They are also raising anti-India sentiments in this Maldives. So these are some important things that you have to remember. And now let us see next topic. It is about Singareni collieries belongs to Telangana, says Home Ministry. So here you have to see some facts regarding this coal sector in India. So it is very important from your geography point of view. So this article says that a major relief to Telangana now because Union Home Ministry said that Singareni Collieries Company Limited, which is belonging to Telangana. And you have to know some facts regarding the Singareni Collieries Company, that is SCC in short. Clear? So here details says that Union Ministry in recent communication to government of two Telugu states, that is Telangana and as well as AP. So finally they are going to bring end in the stalemate prevailing over the division of assets pertaining to this SCCL between the two states. And it said that it is belonging to state of Telangana. And if you see some facts regarding this Singareni Collieries Company Limited, it is a government coal mining company and it is jointly owned by Government of Telangana and as well as Government of India. And we have this share, that is 51:49% to equity basis share between. That means 59% of shares which is present of Government of Telangana and 49% it is nothing but it is Government of India share in that government company. So Singareni coal reserves which stretch across 350 kilometers of Pranhita Godavari Valley. So it is very important. So in which valley we have the Singareni, that is Pranhita and as well as Godavari Valley. And this company is currently operating 20 open cast and 24 underground mines in the 4 districts of Telangana, and the manpower is around 43,895 people who are working in these coal mines. So this is about some facts regarding the Singareni Collieries Company Limited. And if you are talking about this classification of coal, so we have different types of coal. So first, in which type of rocks we can see this fossil fuels. So in rocks, we have 3 types: igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks and metamorphic rocks. So igneous rocks are called as primary rocks. So they are formed from this lava and as well as magma. Sedimentary rocks are nothing but they are formed by the sediments. Okay. So what happened if there is any tree or any forest which had been cut down? So after some years what happened? It will be going deeper layers of the earth and the sediments will be depositing on this as the layers. So because of this pressure and whenever it is going inside, there will be the temperature increase. So because of this increasing of pressure and increasing of temperature, so these sediments, they will be solidified or lithified and that will form the rock. Such types of rocks are called as sedimentary rocks. So when there is any tree which is containing carbon, right? So whenever trees are going into the sedimentary rocks, that will form coal, and if animals or animal related things are there, that will form this crude oil and natural gas. So here what happened, we are having this 4 types of coal. So it is based on the carbon content. Okay. So first one is anthracite. So anthracite is the best quality coal and is having the highest calorific value and is having 80 to 95% of carbon content. So when we are igniting, when you are burning them, it will be burning with a very light blue flame. And we are having very limited reserves of this anthracite coal, that too in Jammu and Kashmir. And next one is bituminous coal. So bituminous coal, we are having a low level of moisture content and carbon content is less compared to anthracite. It is 60 to 80% of carbon content. And normally this bituminous coal which is seen in different plateaus like Chota Nagpur plateau, etc. In the states of Jharkhand, West Bengal, Odisha, Chhattisgarh, we have these deposits. And this one is lignite. So this lignite carries 40 to 55% of carbon content. And normally this lignite will be in brown in color. So they will be having high moisture content. So whenever you are burning this lignite, it will give smoke as well. So where we can see this lignite in Rajasthan and as well as in Tamil Nadu states. And this one is peat. Peat is the first stage of transformation of wood to coal, and we are having a very less carbon content. It is just 40%. So these are some important facts you need to remember regarding this topic. And next topic it is about education and how this education will be helpful to attain this United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. And this topic is at most important, and whatever the idea which is given by author, I found it is very important and you have to understand this. And I said about the idea in the introduction itself. So if you see this article which says that United Nations came up with the Sustainable Development Goals, and there are about 17 goals, and with the target that are nothing but 169 targets are there, and all these 193 United Nations member states, they had been agreed that they are going to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals by 2030. But these SDGs are now important matter or matter of urgency, because what are the actions taken by the countries, so by even developed and developing countries, to end poverty and to end other socio-economic and environment problems. They are aligned with the strategies, but there is no proper improvement in the standard of education or standard of living, and they are not reducing inequality, or that are not increasing the economic growth. So this is one cause of concern. And actually we came up with this Sustainable Development Goals 8 years ago, but we are seeing a very slow progress in this achieving of this Sustainable Development Goals. And from last 2 to 3 years onwards, there is very much slowdown of the steps taken by the countries because of this COVID-19 pandemic, Russia-Ukraine conflict, and as well as because of climate change or climate crisis as well. And we can see there is a lack of progress towards the goals as a universal experience as well. And if you are talking about India, in India we have came up with this National Education Policy 2020, and we are focusing on especially higher education, right? So in higher education we have this multiple entry and multiple exit methodology as well. So here Government of India came up with this recent actions and also came up with the policies that indicates that India is committed towards realizing sustainable development goals. Especially if we're talking about this SDG 4, so it is talking about access to quality education. So we are going to achieve that. And next one here is, here NEP 2020, it has been prepared in tune with the most of the SDGs. Though NEP 2020 calls for the changes at all levels of education, and we are giving priority which is for the higher education, and we are also focusing on social mobility, and we are empowering the people through creativity and critical thinking and grants employment skills. So what happened here is, whenever we are promoting higher education, that will lead to employment generation and also skill building, so that the people, they will be getting good salary. So because of this good amount of income, then that will be helpful for eradication of poverty, hunger, etc. And according to OECD, which says that people with higher degree, so they are more employable and they can earn more compared to that of average 54% more people. Okay, so 54% of people who are completed with this SSC, and if you are comparing with this who completed higher education, so higher education people, they will be getting good salary. So a university inclusive education, it is very much better, and even this protects against poverty, that is SDG 1. It will prevent them from hunger, that is SDG 2, and even this will be helpful for maintaining of good health and well-being under SDG 3, and even it will promote gender equality, SDG 5, and it promotes a decent work as well, that is SDG 8, and reduce inequalities in the society, that is SDG 10. So here SDG 1, 2, 3, 5, 8 and 10, that will be addressed if you are focusing on just on one thing, that is higher education. So what are the suggestions here? So the first one is this National Education Policy, which demands that India's higher education be committed to mapping its day-to-day operations with SDGs. And here we are focusing on the ranking of universities. Okay, so we need to go for ranking of universities so that we can improve the quality of education, such that we can improve the competitiveness. And next important point here is, we have to accelerate the progress towards achieving this 2030 agenda. Stakeholders of higher education, they should be educated and oriented as well. And universities, they should come out reinvigorated, and they have to play a part in education, innovation, culture and civic life, and even other communities as well. So this is about this topic. And now let us see next article. It is about left-wing extremism, and this topic is directly present in your GS paper 3 under internal security topic. So this article is very important. Now let us try to see this topic in detail. So why our Home Minister, he made a statement. So our Home Minister, he said that left-wing extremism will be totally eliminated in our country, and it will be taken within 2 years of time, and we are focusing on constant surveillance in these areas which are affected by this left-wing extremism, so that this problem will be eliminated soon. So detail says that chairing a meeting to review security situation in our country, especially in this left-wing affected states, our Home Minister, he said that the present government adopted policy, that policy is called as zero tolerance against this left-wing extremism since 2014. So because of this, he said that in 2022, we saw the lowest level of left-wing extremism violence and deaths in the last 4 decades. And now the left-wing extremism, it will be totally eliminated from the country within 2 years. Okay, so this is the thing which mainly said by our Home Minister. Now we have to see what is the meaning of this left-wing extremism. So left-wing extremism is also known as left-wing terrorism or radical left-wing movements. So they refers to nothing but political ideology, and these ideologies groups that advocates for significant societal and political change through revolutionary means. So we are going to have the significant societal and political changes through this revolutionary means. And this left-wing extremism groups, they may target mainly government institutions and law enforcement agencies and even private property. And this movement in India originated in year 1967 uprisings in Naxal Bari region, where this Naxal Bari region is present, that is in West Bengal. And this is the map of areas which are affected by this left-wing extremism, and Telangana, AP, Odisha, West Bengal, Bihar and even Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, right? So this area is called as red corridor. So you have to make a note of that red corridor regarding map. And what are the responsible factors? So there is no proper development, there is economic backwardness, cultural backwardness, etc. that is seen. So in 2006 here, Bandyopadhyay committee identified that there are some government gaps and extensive discrimination against the tribal in economic, socio-political and cultural spheres is seen. So because of this, that led to rise of Naxalism. And there is also socio-economic disparities are seen, because larger sections of people, they are living in poverty and they are facing issues like unemployment, lack of access to basic amenities. That also led to this Naxalism. And there is land alienation and displacement of people. Okay, there is issue of land rights and land alienation. It is one of the major cause of concern for the rural communities. And even whenever we are coming up with developmental projects, so there will be acquisition of land. Okay, so because of this, many times these people, they will be displaced from their original habitats, and they will be not getting adequate compensation and rehabilitation as well. And Adivasi's rights, they are mainly affected. Okay, so because of all these reasons, yes, there is a rise of Naxalism. And your homework is you have to see what are the measures taken by the government to address this issue and what led to decreasing of this Naxal attacks in our country. And I want to say about this daily mains answer writing course. So in our Rathod Science Academy, we are going to launch the new batch of answer writing that is going to be started from 9th October onwards. So this course is exclusively beneficial for the beginners and as well as the students who are having fear to write answers and who do not have the proper content and do not have the proper answer writing skills. So this course is absolutely beneficial. And here in this course, we are covering entire your GS syllabus. That is GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4. So we are going to give you the detailed schedule. So first we are going to give you the detailed schedule, like what you have to read in that week. This will be your 52 weeks plan. So based on that, daily one question will be given to you, and on Sundays you will be having case studies or essay, and you are going to write answer, and that answer you have to send to our mail, so that there will be detailed evaluation of your answer, and we will be giving you the feedback like what you wrote, so what can be written, so if there is any report or if there is any map or if there is any diagram, so how can you improve in presentation, so that will be given in the detailed feedback. And not only feedback, we will give you the model answer for every question, even for essay and case study, so that you can download them and you can use for the further reference. And we will be having the live classes on every Sunday at 7 p.m. so that we are going to see like how we are going to improve the presentation. So we are going to have the discussions on the questions, like which content that you have to keep, and we will be having live essay, case study practice in our classes, and even you are going to have the mentorship. So here the live classes will be taken on Zoom, so that you can raise your voice, so that your doubts can be resolved easily. Okay, and the cost of this course is 8,200 rupees for 1 year. So even if you can't pay that amount in one go, you can pay in 2 installments. So if you want to join this course, you can call me on this number 8074765513. And this is also WhatsApp number, so that you can text me on this WhatsApp as well. And or else you can directly go to the website rathodacademy.com and you can join the course there also. Okay, and one more thing here is, if you want to get the notes of this class, you can join the Telegram channel. Okay, you can join the Telegram channel. So this is our Telegram channel, that is this is Rathod's IAS classes. Okay, so here we are posting the videos. Whenever we are posting this videos in YouTube, you will be getting notification in the Telegram channel also, and you will be getting the notes in this Telegram channel. And one more thing here is, this is our YouTube channel, that is Rathod's IAS Academy. You have to do subscribe for this channel, so that you will be getting notification whenever we are uploading videos, so that you will be not missing any interesting video. And this is our website, that is Rathod's IAS Academy. So first you have to do login or register here. So if you click on that, if you are visiting our website for the first time, you have to click on do not have account and you have to do register. So after registering, you have to go back and you have to log in with your mail ID and password, and you can click on this courses and course list. So here you can see wide range of courses that we are offering in Rathod's IAS, and what are the courses that we are offering. So they are very reasonable. Okay, so you can't get this type of courses anywhere with such a reasonable price, with such a quality. So what are the topics that we are going to take in this classes? That will be from basic to advanced level. So even if you have no knowledge or zero knowledge, so if you watch these videos, yes, I can say 100% the conceptual clarity will be there. And if you want to watch the demo videos, you can click on this play course, so that 3 videos will be opened. Okay, 3 videos will be opened even without paying a single penny. So after that you can take this, and we have foundation course for your 2024 and 2025, that is foundation course for UPSC CSC. And here we are covering entire your GS. You will be having the combination of recorded and live classes, and it will also includes your prelims test series, prelims booster course, mains answer writing course, mains test series, and personal mentorship. Everything will be there for 45,000, and the validity here is 2 years. Okay, you can join this as well. And even if you want to join this, if you can't pay the amount in a one go, so you can pay in the installments as well. So this is our mains answer writing course. You can join this course here. Okay, so that's all for today. So I hope you enjoyed this lecture. So if you really like this video, hit the like button and share this video to your friends in the groups, channels, etc. So, and if you are visiting to this Rathod's IAS Academy for the first time, please do subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much.